Welcome back to LoyalTV. From Art Deco and neoclassical to modern, there's no shortage of beautiful and grand architecture to explore in Tulsa. But if quirky and eccentric is more your taste, we've got a place for you. Just a few blocks west of downtown Tulsa, a structure with a style of its own and a history that's just as distinctive. From chicken restaurant and speakeasy to the home of a fortune teller, the Cave House sits as a monument to the neighborhood and generations of Tulsans.
It was actually designed by an architect named Daniel Eichenfeld. Mr. Joseph Koberling was in charge of the construction. His son is one of Tulsa's well-known Art Deco architects. And then the fellow that was the money behind the project was a man named James Purser. During Prohibition, a code word for you being able to get hard liquor was chicken. So when you would go up and down the road and see a chicken restaurant or someone touting their chicken, that was a clue to you that you could get hard liquor there. So that's why this was a chicken restaurant. Like so many speakeasies during Prohibition, being in caves, they were going with that theme because that was, a clue to everybody. Originally, over there on the side of the hill, you would enter through the fireplace on the back wall of this room. And so you would go in and it had all the cave stuff. So it had stalactites and stalagmites. There was a big stage that was shaped like a clamshell. So people like Pretty Boy Floyd would come and go, and so different houses up on the top of the hill had entrances or exits from that side. After it was a speakeasy, it became a Phillips 66 gas station, and different mechanics have done work out of here. It was also a radio repair place. But then it became known about the quirky, wonderful, eccentric people that began to own it and move down here and do business. My family purchased it in 1997. I grew up going to the swimming pool across the street, which is a reason that a lot of people do know about this place. This used to be the trolley line, and we old-timers call it the line still. And of course, how can you not be obsessed with this building if you're passing it all the time and wondering about what in the world, why was it built this way? It was highlighted in Tulsa's paper in 1997 as a landmark, and at that time it was for sale. So I just wanted to see inside. And the minute I stepped in here, and it was an as-is purchase, my heart was full. I mean, there was no doubt whatsoever that I was supposed to be the next owner of this cave house. So that's why I bought it.
But it isn't just the Prohibition tales of bootleggers and secret tunnels that makes the Cave House intriguing. It's the eccentric people who lived there over the decades that add to its charm and character.
There was a little woman, her name was Mamie Chase. She was so obsessed with keys that every day she would get up and put on her overalls and fill her pockets. They said she had keys dangling down from, big key rings, and she had keychains around her neck. She had a little bag that she wore around her waist that she could slap keys into. And the problem was how she got the keys. She would go around your driveways and parking lots knowing that in those times people would often just put their key on the floorboard of the car and leave it. And if you left your key in the car, she would snatch it, put it on a key ring, hop on her bicycle, ride off into the sunset. They said you were never getting your key back. Anyway, people loved the key woman. Either that or they're frightened of the very thought of her coming after their keys. So there are keys over here in honor of special people. People bring their first house key for their anniversaries. People bring their first car key. There's keys from Romania, Africa. But what I love is so many keys are brought over here to hang for a reason or in honor of someone. Ella was the woman that was known as the rag woman. She was a very interesting woman with a lot of occupations and a lot of titles. She was a palm reader, which meant people called her a witch. And when I was a kid, they called this the witch's house. She was the bag lady because she would gather in everybody's trash. And so she would take things that she thought she could resell because she actually had a resale shop downtown. And she also made clothing for people. She would gather the fabric out of the trash and snip off the buttons. But she began putting it all over herself, so people started referring to her as the rag woman.
After opening it to the public, Linda found a deeper meaning and a higher purpose in the Cave House. Now a labor of love, it serves as a testament to those who have passed through its doors, past and present.
When people come for a tour, the first word out of their mouth when they come in the door is, wow. Love that word. It would be hard to put into words what I get from this place, but when I bought it, people were so intrigued that as I began to let them inside, They began sharing the stories, and a lot of them are stories I would have not gotten any other way. And that's actually how I found out a lot of its history. And what I love is that when people come over here, they don't just want to hear the stories about the cave. It seems like everybody is here for a reason, and everybody has a story. The hugs I get and the things that people sign in the guest book and reviews that people give for being here, the experience is the experience. It's not just the building, and it's not just the stories. It's like an experience, and it feels to me like, that's pretty much what people love about it. It's what I love about it.
Thanks for joining us. Come back again for the best Oklahoma stories you've never heard, right here on LoyalTV.